Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play StarCon2, the Urquan Masters. I'm Kamchak Fisco. Come join me for an old-school adventure. I'm Kamchak Fisco, captain of the Earth starship Derpstar. What the heck are you?
Oh, this is terribly exciting! We will be happy to tell you about ourselves if you would please do the same. You see, we Slylandro have been extremely interested in learning about the galaxy, but our physique makes us incapable of leaving our gas giant home. Therefore, we are totally reliant on our infrequent visitors to keep us informed about events outside this planetary system. And visitors usually only show up every few drawn. We hope that our newly deployed exploration probe fleet will not only gather information for us, but inform other races of our presence here as well.
Probes? What probes are you talking about? Well, exactly how long is a drone?
The drawn is our primary unit of time. It lasts for an interval equivalent to 4 million rotations of our planet. A drawn is subdivided into 2,000 dronasa. Now please, our turn. Will you tell us about yourselves?
Most of us come from a large rocky world called Earth.
Yes, that seems to be the pattern. Just about everyone who comes by here says they developed on a world a lot like that. As far as we know, we're the only sentient species who's ever evolved in the atmosphere of a gas giant. Of course, from what we know, most travelers like yourselves don't have much interest in gas giants, so maybe there are others like us Slylandro out there somewhere.
Makes sense. We travel the galaxy in starships, seeking knowledge and contact with other sentients.
That must be great, to leave your planet and roam the stars. You don't know how monotonous living on a gas giant for 3 or 4 drawn can be. Clouds, clouds, clouds. Wind, lightning, clouds, clouds, clouds. That's it. We know a lot about clouds. If you've got any cloud questions, ask us. We have over 800 different symbolic references just to describe them.
Damn.
Most of the time, when we aren't eating, we hover around and talk about what the clouds look like. Of course, the only things we know about are clouds, food, and other Slylandro. So generally, that's what we think the clouds look like.
Okay. We are particularly interested in studying unusual planets and life forms.
Oh, then you should go check out a planet orbiting a blue star not too far from here. I think there is another blue star right next to it. We can't describe exactly where it is, but the people who told us about it, the Urquan I think, said that it was one of the rarest worlds in space, and that as far as they knew, there were only 10 of these planets in this part of the galaxy.
Our primary objective right now is to free ourselves from the evil Urquan.
The Urquan? The long brownish guys from the milieu with all the eyes and arms? They used to come visit us regularly about 3 drawns ago. They told us about all the interesting things they found from their scouting missions. They were really nice. Why do you fight with them?
I think you're confused. Those aren't the Urquan we're talking about. Ours are green.
But the Urquan were such good guys. They had lots of interesting things to tell us about, and they never got impatient with our questions. Well, I guess a lot can happen to a species in 3 drawn, like turning green and evil.
Apparently. That's enough for us for now.
Okay, but please, can we talk about you some more later?
Sure. Probes? What probes are you talking about?
You know, it's funny. We hadn't heard from the outside galaxy in a whole dronasa, and then the Melmo may come by and sell us a probe. And just a few hundred rotations later, you show up. Oh, the probes? Right. Well, like we said, just a short time ago, a race called the Melmo stopped by. They said they had acquired some information revealing our existence, and they wanted to study us, if we didn't mind. In fact, the Melmo said they would pay us for the right to do so. I guess they are biology nuts or something. Anyway, in exchange for our information, they gave us a probe vessel.
Can you tell me about the... let's go into details about the probes. Can you give me details about your probes?
Sure, if you are interested. In exchange for information about the life on Source, the Melno may offer to give us a remote exploration probe. It would roam the galaxy, gathering information and contacting alien races, and when it had filled its data storage units, it would return here and reveal to us everything it had learned.
Well, why then do your probes attack our ships?
Our probes do not attack. They have only defensive capabilities. Offensive behavior is not part of the instructions we programmed into the probe. To do so would be reprehensible.
Where exactly did you say you get your probe from?
From the Melmarmay Traveler Traders. It was catalog item 2418, Remote Self-Replicating Robot Explorer Probe, the economy model.
Why did the Melmarmay sell it to you?
The Melmarmay traded it to us for data on the Lython source. They said the information was unique and was worth, I don't really understand their units of exchange. Something like 10,000 3 dots or something like
Credits.
that. Fortunately, that was exactly the price of their catalog
How
item
convenient.
2418, Remote Self-Replicating Robot Explorer Probe.
How long ago did you get the probe?
2 or 300 rotations, I
300
guess.
years ago. What was the probe's programming?
It was sent on a 500 rotation mission to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no catalog item 2418, Remote Self-Replicating Robot Explorer Probe, had gone before.
Right, Star Trek, whatever you say. Can we talk a little more about the probe's program?
Sure. What would you like to know?
Explain the general outline of the probe's program.
Sure. It was a difficult task for us, since we'd never done anything like that before. But for the most part, we just adjusted its standard program, which went something like scan for targets as defined in target list. If no current target, then select new target from the current targets list using specified priorities. If current position is at current target, then set current behavior to new behavior based on behavior priority settings. Perform current behavior. Okay, that's the basic program. I said it was simple, and here are the tables used by the program. Target list with associated target priority. Space vessel 5. Transmission source 4. Astronomical anomaly 3. Planet-bearing life signature 2. Raw replication materials 1. Probe behaviors with assigned priorities. Communicate 5. Record data 4. Analyze data 3. Seek replication materials 999. Move to current target 1. That's it.
You mentioned the probe's defensive capabilities? Elaborate.
That behavior was hard-coded by the Melmarmay. We couldn't mess with it. Essentially, the probe will only fire its weapons if it has been attacked and cannot communicate with the attacker.
When defending itself, it uses its lightning weapon?
No, the probe is armed with a battery of missiles. It doesn't use its electrical discharge device in combat.
What missile batteries? It always attacks us with lightning bolts.
That's impossible! It's inconceivable! The electrical discharge device is used only for breaking down raw replication materials into their component compounds for easy gathering.
Yeah, Can you explain the replication ability?
Well, we're not hardware people, so we only know the theory. What happens is that while the probe is exploring space, whenever it's not doing something more important, it hunts for asteroids and similar space junk, zaps it into its component parts, absorbs the debris, and when it has enough raw materials stored inside, it manufactures a perfect replica of itself. So even though we only bought one probe, by now there should be hundreds of probes, maybe even thousands.
Oh my god.
Sure.
Let's talk about the programming
What
some
would you
more.
like to know?
Could you tell me about the replication behavior?
I'd be glad to. You see, the probe has the capability to seek out raw materials, process the raw materials into component compounds, collect the compounds, and then, when it has a sufficient supply, it can build a duplicate of itself. We decided that since we had only one probe, we should change the replication priority and crank it up so that there would be more probes
Wow.
sooner.
What priority did you assign to replication? It's 999, right?
The factory setting was 2, in between movement at 1 and analyze data at 3. I told Joyce Lifting to set it a bit higher. Let me ask him what he set it to. Oh, my. That was a bit extreme, wasn't it? Joyce Lifting told me he changed it to 999, the highest setting on the dial.
And what effect is the priority settings on behavior?
I'm pretty sure the way it works is that every time a behavior is completed or interrupted, the program selects a new behavior based on the defined behavior target priorities and what kind of target is currently selected. I think a really high priority would cause a probe to focus its attention on that behavior.
Your probe does destroy ships, and I can prove it.
No, it cannot. It is not programmed for hostile behavior. What is your reasoning?
Think about the probe's replicator behavior.
The probe seeks raw materials and processes them in preparation for replication.
Think about the effect of changing the replication's behavior priority.
The answer is simple. It would spend more of its time seeking raw materials for its replication process. So what?
Think about what the probe does when it meets a ship.
Spaceships are the probe's highest priority because we want more than anything to make friendly contact with alien races.
Now, what will it do to a ship, given that its replication priority is set to maximum?
I don't see what you are getting at, but I'll play along with you. Like I said, alien ships are the top priority target. Once a probe scanned a ship, it would instantly move toward it. Then, when it got to the ship, it would initiate communication automatically. When communications were terminated, a new behavior would be selected and... a new behavior would be selected. And since the replication setting was set to maximum, the probe wouldn't get time to pick a new target. It would use the current target, the ship, for raw replication materials. It would process the ship, break it into component compounds with electrical discharges. Oh no!
Yep.
What have we done? Traveler, you must tell us what we can do! How can we stop the probes from destroying all life in the galaxy?
Yeah, that's... Someone's gonna have to go hunt them all down and destroy them.
No, that would never work. The probes will replicate too fast. As soon as you destroyed one, 2 would take its place.
Well, that's a problem. Well, to begin with, if I were you, I'd sue the Milnorme.
Sorry, the Milnorme made us agree to a formal waiver of damages in case something like this happened.
Damn Ferengi. Couldn't you broadcast some kind of recall signal?
No, not catalog item 2418, remote self-replicating robot explorer probe. The model with the recall transmitter was catalog item 2419, and the Milnorme said it was out
Of course
of
it
stock.
was. I don't suppose you have some kind of mega self-destruct code or something.
Why yes, there is! You're a genius, Traveler! Why didn't we remember that? Oh, there's a problem though. How are we going to transmit the code? Well, while we ponder that problem, at least we can give you the code sequence. That way, if you run into a probe, you can destroy it without getting shot.
Thanks. Tell me about the other races you visited a few years ago, now that we've at least addressed the probe issue.
Years? Oh, you mean drawn. Well, let's see. There was the Milnorme just a few rotations back. Then we go all the way back over 3 drawn ago to the Urquan and the other milieu guys. The Yuli and the Draw, I think.
Milieu? What is the milieu, and who are the Yuli and the Drawl?
Let me remember. That was a long, long time ago. I was only a nymph then. Oh yes, that's it. The Sentient Milieu was a cooperative association of sentient alien species. The Yuli, the Drawl, the Taelo, the Mailman, the Foz, and the Urquan, who lived across a wide section of the galaxy. They talked with us fairly frequently for almost half a drawn. Then suddenly, the visit stopped, and we haven't heard from them since.
So the Urquan used to be part of a alliance. before they turned evil. Were there any other visitors here besides the Melnorme and the Milieu races?
Yes, there was another race. A highly sophisticated species of shaggy giants who made repeated trips to our world over a period of several Tron. They even installed a broadcasting satellite in orbit around our world, which let us talk with them whenever we wanted. They were called I'm sorry, I can't remember their names. It was a long, long time ago.
Which shows just how old this species is. Yow! That sounds like the precursors. What else could you tell us about the race?
I wish I knew more of the information you seek, Traveler. But we last saw the Shaggy Ones just over 39 Tron ago, and very little from that era has remained intact in our history channels.
Great.
Hold on a minute. Let me consult with Associates Joyce Lifting and Solid Plumbing. Joyce Lifting, who has a better memory than I, recalls that the Shaggy Ones were described as being worried. They were always hurrying from place to place, seeking knowledge as though they were in a desperate search for some important secret, some answer to a question that they never shared with us. Solid Plummet remembers that the last time the Shaggy Ones visited our world, they came aboard a great circular starship, one even larger than your own. They had discovered their answer and were leaving to go somewhere, and they didn't tell us exactly where somewhere was.
So they didn't just vanish, they left. This is extremely important to us. Don't you know any more?
No, I have told you. One moment. Joyce Lifting transmits. Joyce Lifting has remembered something else, though it does not relate to the Shaggy One's question, answer, or departure destination. What my associate communicates is the description of a set of 10 worlds, unlike all others. The Shaggy Ones either discovered these planets, or, this is garbled, assembled them? We were told the planets were, again this is confusing, organized in some pattern which in some way alluded to the Shaggy One's ultimate fate. One of the worlds was described as orbiting one of a pair of blue stars not far from here. Another of these worlds circled a large white sun. That is all we can remember.
To jump the gun on what they're talking about, there are 10 rainbow worlds that actually are rainbow, full color spectrum. There are 10 of them. They're pointed to the galactic core, which we can't go to in this game. But we're probably going to run into one or two, but I doubt we're going to go out of our way to find all of them, because we're not going to need that much currency with the Melnorme. Because the Melnorme love those planets and want all the data they can get on them. Goodbye, Salandro gas bags.
Goodbye, human fluid sack.
That was... yeah, okay.
My personal thanks to each and every one of you for tuning in. You all are awesome viewers. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. It means a lot to me, and I do hope you enjoy them. So you all take care of yourselves, and if you want to see more of me, keep the video on the list, or stay tuned for more. Feel free to leave a comment below. Please remember to take that like button if you enjoyed the video. In the meantime, fare thee well, everyone.